Alright, good citizens, we are gonna close out the first hour tonight with a ladies match, the ninth wonder of the world, China. Set to lock it up against timeless Toni Storm. This one I have just got to see. Johnny, I'm so sorry. Gary Hart slipped right past me.
Skip it, Myron, but since you're here, stay for this one.
I think I will.
This ex-ladies match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Redondo Beach, California. She is the ninth wonder of the world, China.
Yeah, you bet I want to see how this one turned out. After all, I helped put it together. I'll tell you guys, we've got a terrific ladies division. One of the very best in all the world, in my opinion. And there are just some ladies you just got to sit down and watch. China's one, Toni Storm is another, Madame Snoo Snoo, Diane the Tightness is another one. There's just some you just got to stick around and check out. And this one's a rematch from a couple of months ago at the Philadelphia Spectrum. The first time China and Toni Storm met. Let's see how this one goes.
And her opponent from the Gold Coast of Australia, here is timeless Toni Storm.
The marvelous maven of AEW gracing us here at RWO with her time and her presence in this matchup against the ninth wonder of the world. And yes, it is a matchup from 2 months ago. And Toni Storm wound up winning that match. China's team to even the score. So here we are tonight. I'd love to see how this one turns out. Now, there's also the other thing happening where Toni Storm is looking to get a rematch with Liberty Belle Danielle. And, well, you know all about that, Pat. Yes, I do. The only question remains is, the match is definitely going to happen. The only thing is, which title is Danielle going to put up on the line? Would it be the Joyce Grable again, or will she put up the Snarl Women's or the Japan 5-star? All remains to be seen, but I'm sure that's going to happen before Memphis Million. Hey, Ted, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine, Myron. Song just makes me a little bit melancholy from time to time. Well, all right, Toni Storm has delivered us some pretty good matches. Let's see how this rematch with the ninth wonder of the world shakes out. Referee Charles Lucero rings the bell. The ladies come center ring. China with a kick, a left. Gets a hold of Toni Storm. Has her up for the military press. Man, just lets gravity do the work. Hard right to the back of the head of Toni Storm. Storm whipped to the ropes by China. Power slam, center ring, perfectly executed. The ninth wonder of the world whips her to the far right corner. There's a clothesline. Down goes Toni Storm. China trash talking her. Well, now misses with the knee. Toni Storm quickly back up. Gets a hold on China. Over the top rope, out onto the floor goes the ninth wonder of the world. Here comes timeless Toni Storm. Rounds her up. A kick, another, a third, and a drop kick. Takes the ninth wonder of the world down to the canvas. Excuse me, the floor. So, hard knee right to the midsection and a kick to the back of the head. Toni Storm is hot today. Wow. China rounded up. There's a dragon screw to Toni Storm. Storm rounded up again. China pitches her towards the barricades. Beating Toni Storm's head against the floor. Oh, no. Okay. China in control of things at the present time. Rolls Toni Storm back inside the ring. Follows her on in herself. They lock up. China with Toni Storm up against the ropes. Up over the top rope. Out onto the floor we go. The ninth wonder of the world. On the outside. Oh, man, did you see the distance on that one? Toni Storm with a crossbody that had some hang time on it. Wow. Oh, man. China puts on the brakes before the barricade. Still gets slammed to the floor by timeless Toni Storm. And the fans are just loving it. Oh, now. Toni Storm makes her way back inside the ring. China right after her. They lock up. Chyna whip to the ropes. Toni Storm ducks under. Makes the leapfrog. Drop toe hold. Slamming Chyna right nose first into the mat. Toni Storm. Again with another whip out onto the apron and hung up on the rope. Down goes the ninth wonder of the world. Toni Storm all the way up on the top turnbuckle again. Getting ready to go high risk, waiting for Chyna to stand up. And here she goes. Oh, man, how does she do that? Wow. Huh. Toni Storm showing off and showing out here and putting the boots to the hands and fingers of Chyna. Chyna counted for both boots quickly, back up on her feet. Gets a hold of Toni Storm. Referee Rwl Sn Rl still counting. Military press from the ninth wonder of the world to Toni Storm, and down she goes. Oh, man, that is a rough landing. Chyna with a kick to Toni Storm. Toni Storm locks up Chyna. Gets her back inside the ring. Follows her on. Man, running drop kick. A kick to the ribs of Chyna. Toni Storm, front cradle, over the shoulder, hung up on the top rope. Chyna hits the center of the ring. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Couldn't get the 2, according to Rwl Sn Rl. Toni Storm in control of Chyna at the present time. Spins her around for a knee and a clothesline, a BFT. From Toni Storm to Chyna. The ninth wonder of the world losing control of the situation here. And pendulum DDT from Toni Storm. Look at this. Huh. Firmly in control here. Whoa. Oh, well, that did not work. Chyna tripping up Toni Storm on that move. Storm whipped to the ropes. Another power slam center ring from the ninth wonder of the world. And that's what you're going to get from Chyna's power. Toni Storm up against the ropes. Oh yeah, Chyna's fired up. Taken down to the mat and rope assisted stomp to the chest from Chyna. Toni Storm in the corner. Chyna forcing all of her weight into Toni Storm's midsection. Hurls her out to center ring by her hair. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg here. 1, 2. But again, no. Another near fall. And this epic little flash of ladies legend. Whoa! Toni Storm took her down quick. That was abrupt. Timeless Toni Storm gets a hold of the leg. Dragon screw takes Chyna down to the mat and snaps the leg too. Oh, that was a nice 2-for-1 deal right there. That's a kick to Chyna. Chyna locked up. Whip to the far left corner. Toni Storm with a butt bump. Face first. A whole lot of cheek in the face. Toni Storm putting the boots to the throat of the ninth wonder of the world. Covers and hooks the leg here. 1, 2. Never said it was going to be easy for either one of them. Both Toni Storm and Chyna make it to the outside. Toni Storm going around the ring, makes a beeline for the ninth wonder of the world. Gets a hold on her. Hard forearm. A shivering forearm takes Chyna down. Toni Storm rounds her up again. Toni Storm counter whipped. Winds up rolling to the floor. Chyna hurls her by the hair. Oh man, she went spinning. Head slammed to the floor again. Chyna trying to turn this thing around. There's a clothesline. So Toni Storm on the outside. The referee trying to get him back in the ring, but you are just wasting your time, sir. Chyna in control of a downed Toni Storm at the present time. It is not looking good for the timeless one right about now. Toni Storm rolled back inside the ring by Chyna. Chyna enters the ring. Toni quickly misses with the clothesline, catches the kick to the midsection, and here we go. Pedigree time. Oh, wow. That was a hard one. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Shut up. Toni Storm kicks out of the pedigree, catches a kick to the head from Chyna. Counters with a kick to the head to Chyna. Boxed her up. Counter with the rope clutch. There's another elbow. Takes Toni Storm back down. She's trying to battle back, but it's not working out. The timeless one in the corner. Chyna gets a hold of her. Hard forearm right to the face. Down goes Toni Storm into the corner. Chyna gets her by the ankles. Ellie assists her out of the corner. It is looking critical here for Chyna. She's getting ready to put this one away. Toni Storm laid out near the corner, kind of up on the top turnbuckle, getting ready to go air. And here it comes. Shoulder tackle takes Toni Storm down again. Chyna brings Toni Storm over, snaps the leg. Not once, but twice. Hell now. Chyna misses with the knee. Toni Storm quickly gets back up to her feet, gets a hold of Chyna. Whips her to the ropes. Drop toe hold again. As Toni Storm tries to regain the momentum here. Get it back on her side. Toni Storm locks it up with Chyna. Escorts her towards the far left corner. Head first into the turnbuckle she goes. Again. Chyna counters the whip. But look at this. Toni Storm quickly out of the way. Swings and misses. Does Chyna. And whoa! Jumping up. That was beautiful. Man. That was Toni Storm just rocking the house tonight. She and Chyna putting on a show here. A set of stomps to the hands and fingers of the ninth wonder of the world. Chyna gathered up by Toni Storm. Sets her up another pendulum DDT. Chyna driven hard face first into the mat. Chyna on the apron, using the ropes to get herself stood up. Toni Storm joins her on the apron, tags her with the left and out to the floor. Goes Chyna again. This one's been crazy. Toni Storm on the top turnbuckle. Chyna stands up another long distance crossbody from timeless Toni Storm. Wow. This one's definitely been a ride and a half, Timeless Toni Storm gathers Chyna up, practically hurls her into the cameraman. A kick to the ribs from Toni Storm. And we are getting an up-close and personal look at this one right here as Toni Storm goes chokey on the ninth wonder of the world. Man. A terrific match to close out the first hour, I'll tell you that much. Chyna being assisted by her hair back into the ring by timeless Toni Storm. Storm misses with the stomp. Chyna locks her up. Again, Chyna quickly trying to turn this thing around. Toni Storm against the ropes. Chyna begins choking her with the top rope. When the pedigree don't work, you start getting desperate. Toni Storm makes the leapfrog. Here comes Storm and lap tap. He's first into the mat. Toni Storm trying to struggle to the corner. Makes her way to a standing position. Chyna's got her right where she wants her. A series of kicks with those big old boots from the ninth wonder of the world. Another ankle-assisted alley-oop out of the corner for Toni Storm. She's fading fast. There's a stomp to the midsection. The ninth wonder of the world putting the boots to Toni Storm in the corner. Trash talking her. And man, there's the elbow drop. Here's the pin attempt. 1, 2 count. How in the hell did Toni Storm kick out of that? Now. Toni Storm gets a hold of Chyna. Whips her to the ropes. Whoa, there it is, the Storm 1. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. No. Shut up. Toni Storm picks up the win over Chyna by pinfall.
Here's the time, 12 minutes and 46 seconds. And your winner, timeless Toni Storm.
It's another beauty of a win for the timeless one. She's been doing great, and the only unanswered for match was the draw between she and Liberty Beldanio. That's a rematch I definitely want to see soon.
Yeah, especially after seeing this performance. I thought Chyna put her lights out, but she came right back from the dead, whipped Chyna to the ropes, and laid that Storm 1 on her. That takes care of the first hour of tonight's RWL Sn Rl. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with the second half right after this brief intermission. See you there.